welcome to Mr. and Mrs. G Talk Business. This is your opportunity to find the answers to those burning questions that are keeping you awake at night. And today I have a question from Julie. And Julie's question is, how do I overcome my imposter syndrome and stop feeling like a fraud? She also goes on to say that any success she's had has been because she's been lucky and fears that her luck might run out one day, hence the feeling like a fraud.
Good question.
Very good question.
What are your thoughts?
Well, firstly, there's a huge difference between feeling like a fraud and actually being a fraud. So the first thing to do, Julie, is to get clear around your definition of what a fraud is and what a fraud isn't. It doesn't sound to me, Julie, that you actually, doesn't sound like you're a fraud, because if that was the case, then your question would be, how do I keep away from being a fraud? Which isn't what you're asking. So a great question to ask yourself, Julie, is, and anybody else for that matter who's feeling like they may be an imposter, the question is that true? Is it really true? What evidence do you have that that's true? And another thing, sometimes we put our success down to luck as if it were something that's outside of ourselves. When in actual fact, well, what if luck just occurs because you're in the right place at the right time, that it happens because of the decisions and actions you're taking? So maybe luck is a result of action that you've taken. Your thoughts, Kevin?
Yeah. I'm trying to get my head around what you've just said first.
Lots of wisdom from the missus.
Yeah. Perhaps it should be Sue's talking sense instead of Sue's talking business. Okay. Well, I'd probably come at this from a slightly different approach, because nothing's good or bad until we attach a meaning to it. So, and I'm not too sure who's attacks the meaning of imposter syndrome as a bad thing. Because one of the things we actually do as coaches sometimes is that we help our clients reframe things in certain situations, either contextually or from a content point of view. So if we were going to reframe imposter syndrome into a force for good, what if imposter syndrome was in actual fact your best friend? What if it was just a warning sign, if you like, that you're leaning up against the outer edges of your comfort zone, and that feels uncomfortable because it's letting you know that there's something here that you might need to learn? What if it's just your intuition, like wanting to dot the I's and cross the T's? So it's just pointing out a way to you. Your intuition is just pointing out a way to you that you could actually get better. You could, if you choose. It's a way to grow. The other thing is that I would say is that in certain situations, yes, we should feel a little bit nervous, because as human beings and or as business owners, we should always be looking to grow wherever there is. So that from that point of view, when we're looking for the opportunity to grow, we should be feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So because the thing is, if you ever put yourself in situations where you're always feeling comfortable, then maybe you're not putting yourself in a situation where you can grow. And a good line to think about is, if you're the cleverest person in the room, or the most impressive person in the room, then maybe you're in the wrong room. Maybe not putting yourselves in rooms where you could grow. So that's probably how I'd think about it. Another thing I actually just come to mind is a guy I can remember in a quote. I got a feeling it was the guy who made it was a guy called Dave Dobson, and he said, "One day we'll laugh about this. Why wait?"
Very
That's
well.
my thoughts.
Words from Dave there. Why wait indeed?
The words came from me. They weren't wise words from Dave. They came out of my mouth.
Yeah, but you were just repeating his words. So there you go.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Who do you know, a friend, a colleague, or somebody who would benefit from watching this? Go ahead and share the video. If you've got any ideas on how to help Julie or anybody else watching with their imposter syndrome, do share those in the comments below. And if you've got a question that you'd like to ask us, you can pop that in the comments below and we will get back to you. And if you've not yet subscribed, follow the link in the comments, and then you can subscribe to all of our videos and you will get a new notification when we post a new video. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video.
Okay, yep, thank you. I'm off now because I'm going to hear the kettle. Have a cracking day.
Bye for now, guys.
Mr.